Welcome back, YouTube, and thanks for tuning in. As we all know, every collector has those pieces, the ones that didn't just sit on the shelf or the screen, but actually changed something inside of them.
Life is pointless and nothing matters, and I'm always tired. Also, I can't sleep. I'm overeating.
Today, I'm sharing my top 10 statues that shaped my journey. Needless to say, these are not necessarily my favorite statues, or my most expensive, or even my rarest. No. These are the pieces that made me fall in love, made me level up, go broke, and rethink life choices, like starting this collection, but ultimately led me on this phenomenal YouTube journey.
So it begins.
So now, let's get into it. You know, this YouTube channel is getting a little out of hand right now, with the smoke and everything.
Yeah, the YouTube station, not the $200,000 worth of statues.
Well, this is an easy tie for me. These two pieces were the spark that lit everything. Hulk vs. Wolverine, the pure storytelling in sculpt form, hit me like a brick to the face. And the original Bane, a piece that made me realize statues can demand attention and that size really does matter. These two didn't just start my collection, they sparked my obsession. At the time I purchased these, I didn't have the ability or resources to buy unlimited pieces, or even one really. These two were meant to be my only two statues. So naturally, I picked the biggest one at the time and a 2-for-1 diorama, as I thought it would give me a free character to display. I still remember picking these up. I was so new to it that I shipped them to Buffalo and drove across the border to get them myself, completely and totally oblivious to how big these boxes actually were. The weight of them, the size, hell, even the unboxing, I still recall every second of it. And of course, that toxic, addictive paint. I felt like such a badass thinking who on earth could have two of these?
Did she give birth?
That's my boy!
He doesn't have a head.
I will put it on. Along this collecting journey, budgeting has always been a key factor, but these two pieces I actively saved up for, and I mean I planned out a budget, stuck to it, and chipped away until I had it covered. These weren't impulse buys, no, they were missions. First was the LBS Hulk because of its actual cost, and the other was the Doomsday Maquette from Sideshow, as I had never spent money like that before on something frivolous like this. Every day closer felt like an inch closer to the apex of a mountain. And when they were finally shipping, I got hit with a nice little surprise. The biggest shipping charges I could imagine. Plus duty, plus custom brokerage fees, plus tax.
What? This is an outrage! It's the biggest tax increase in history!
Actually, Dad, it's the smallest tax increase in history.
Let the bears pay the bear tax. I pay the homer tax.
That's the homeowner tax.
Well,
Upon arrival, though, the wait and struggle were worth it. They taught me patience, and shipping charges should be illegal. Fun fact, to add insult to injury, the day the Hulk was landing, I had the opportunity to buy the 1/3 Devastator from Prime 1 at a ridiculous price, and further crush my wallet.
Stop it! This is why you keep getting molested!
This next piece didn't just impress me, it rewired my brain and concepts of what was possible. Death Metal Batman is the moment I realized what modern statue engineering could be. The layers, the armor, the zombies, and yes, the presence of it looming over my display. Foreboding to say the least. This was one of the few times I just stood there in awe, completely speechless, and actually wowed. When I received the Hush Black Suit Superman from Prime 1, I realized I wasn't just collecting anymore. I was beginning to curate. This was the turning point. The detail, the elegance, the size of the 1/3, it pushed me to raise my standards. This was the first piece that made me say, okay, I'm in the big leagues now. I immediately liquidated all of the pieces that were not up to par or part of the curation. I stopped just buying random IPs and just great deals I would find here and there. This piece was a Trojan horse, a booby trap.
I'm setting booby traps. Booby traps. That's what I said. I'm setting booby traps.
That tricked me into leveling up, and I never looked back. The fact that it's still considered one of the best Superman representations to this day probably helps as well. This statue isn't just gorgeous and intimidating, it's sentimental. And it's my only movie-inspired piece in the entire collection. This was my first YouTube video to ever hit 1,000 views, and it's my 1/3 scale Darkseid by Prime 1 Studios. For the first time, I realized the channel was taking off and people actually cared about what I had to say.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Or they just liked my statues and knew how to mute the video. Either way, a win is a win. This piece isn't just decoration, it's a milestone. At the time, it was the largest physical piece in my collection, and I found myself taking pictures of him next to anything I could grab. This monster here holds a special place for me, not just because it's beyond massive and stunning, but because it caused total chaos from the moment I received it. First, it didn't fit in my truck, so I had to go rent a commercial vehicle to bring it home. Then, the struggle to get it into the cave began, which was no easy matter. Next, the custom-made shelf I had for it was way too small and it looked ridiculous. So, up 2 flights of stairs we went to my office, where it looked great. That is, until I redid the cave and wanted it back downstairs again with the rest. Not only was it a good workout routine, but it became a core, foundational memory of the channel. Fun fact, this piece sparked my cabinet and pedestal building journey as well. You know, I thought I was safe, I thought I was in control, I thought I had restraint. Then entered the Reverse Red Death Batman from the Dark Metal line by Prime 1 Studios. A piece I had no commitment to at all. Just a random, cool statue that was on sale for 30% off and free shipping. Suddenly, I'm collecting death metal and Dark Knight pieces like I'm a world-class connoisseur. This statue ambushed me, kidnapped me, and dragged me into a dark multiverse of collecting. Then, Batman Who Laughs landed on my radar.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Every collector out there has dream pieces, and for me, this was it. My long sought after holy grail of collecting, the one and only Thanos on Throne by Sideshow Collectibles. One of the most iconic and ambitious pieces created at the time. I chased this for years. It fell through my fingers more times than I could count. This is the one that whispered, "You did it." Years later, it still carries a certain gravitas to it in my heart and looks incredible. Among all of these great studios and commissioners, there is one that when I received my first piece from, I immediately came to the realization. XM Thanos showed me what I really connect with. Artistry, craftsmanship, sculpting that feels alive. Their pieces made me appreciate statues as art, not just collectibles. This awareness changed everything. They went from oversized toys to actual sculptures in my mind. Throughout my life, I always had an affinity towards art and collecting in general. From Transformers
Oh no, is that Megatron? Yeah!
to McFarlane movie maniacs or spawns, or even sneakers, which is another avenue I don't want to get into. Not only do I collect, but I love to display them and present them properly. As a child, I would line up all of my Transformers in my room as a showcase style when not playing with them.
That was almost too easy, Starscream.
Did you like the way I fingered you? I wasn't too rough, was I?
Pause to everything you just said.
But the true spark to this statue collecting flame came by happenstance, with a random, algorithm-driven suggested video from YouTube. A video by Prime Collector, probably about 8 years old at this point. His entire display wasn't just impressive, it was inspirational. That was the moment I said, I want to live in that world. To be truthful, I actually thought he was the owner of Sideshow or Prime 1 or something at the time. I couldn't grasp the concept that someone, just a regular Joe, could have such an extensive and elaborate collection of these things, especially at the cost of them. Even now, I must admit his collection had some bangers in it.
Banger after banger after banger.
And on top of that, he did unboxings and reviews as well. My YouTube expedition commenced with a chance encounter with someone I have come to know. About a year and a half ago, I came across a local Facebook ad for the XM Vulture at a great price. I messaged the seller, we worked out a deal, and met up as we only live maybe 25 minutes away from one another. Turns out I was buying it off of John. He runs The Everyday Collector, another YouTube channel that is actually fantastic. He told me all about what he was doing and how great the response was with the community, and I mentioned it was always in the back of my mind. So I thought, why not me? Why not now? I always thought about it, but never acted on it, and then he just spit out, just go for it. That conversation changed everything, and the rest is history. So, John, much thanks to you.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
So that's my list. The 10 or so statues that shaped my journey, inspired me, frustrated me, broke my shelves, and changed me as a collector and a creator. If any of these pieces meant something to you, drop a comment. And if you're new here, welcome to Comic Statues Unleashed. Until we meet again, keep your passion for collecting alive and your love for superheroes soaring.